Hey friends, this is Ken with My Peep. Today I received a package of 75 watt headlights from Night Sun 4x4. I ordered these a couple days ago and they've shown up. So I'm going to unbox this and see what we need to do to get these installed on my LJ. Okay, these were packaged very well. Basically there was a box in a box. Each headlamp has its own box. It's padded very well, so even though my outside box was a little beat up, the inside packages and lamps look good. Okay, we've got these guys fully unboxed. They're pretty hefty. They're more solid than I expected them to be, so that's good. They already have the wiring clips already plugged in and wired in, so we don't have to mess with that. So that's exciting to me because I do not like messing with wiring. I think they're going to look pretty awesome compared to the old ones, and I'm excited about the light output they're advertised to provide. So this will be the install remove steps. The first step is going to be to remove this trim ring. There's 3 T15s. Do that on both sides. Now that we've got the trim ring off, we're going to pull this retainer off. So there's 4 T15s around the edges there. So we'll pull those guys off, and then we should be able to take this retainer off and the bulb out. Okay, so we've taken the retaining ring off. We've taken the old light out. So I've cleaned off my connector. It was pretty rough. And I'm going to put some of this bulb grease, dielectric grease on it. Okay, so I've put the connector together. Dielectric grease in there, and then I went ahead and put some electrical tape to hold it closed. I'm a little concerned about this. That doesn't look too happy to me. Just some exposed wires that could completely touch each other and really kind of are. So I'm going to go through and put some electrical tape around those as well. I highly encourage you to go ahead and inspect what you've got going on as well. Okay, next step, I'm going to feed this through wire on the bottom of the headlamp. I got that started, and so I'm just going to put this in and twist a little bit, and it kind of, notice it won't twist, it kind of locked in place. And then we'll put our retainer ring over it. The seam is at the bottom. That way these guys match up. All the tabs match up for where the Torx bits go in. So we'll screw those in. Here we go with one of the lights installed. I've got the retaining ring around it. I've tightened all 4 Torx bit screws into the plastic. That does remind me that you're screwing it into plastic, so you don't have to be Hercules here. You want it in good and tight, but don't strip it out. So fit and finish, it's in there good and solid. Next thing we want to do is get the parking lights or driving lights. That's the row of LEDs at the top and the bottom of the new lights. The way we do that, and I'm going to show you parking light first. In your factory parking light wiring harness, and mine is clipped because I have the metal cloak fenders, that you might still have a connector on the end. We want to find the black wire with a yellow stripe. It's not focusing very well. Black wire, yellow stripe. And we want to connect that to the green wire, yellow stripe. And that's going to turn on our parking light mode. You will be able to control this with your normal switch in the cab. The alternative is if you want daytime running lights, you can run a wire from here to a switched power source, like maybe your cigarette lighter in the cab, or you could even run it through a switch and be able to turn those on and off. But I just want it as factory as possible on the inside, so we're going with the existing parking lights. If you still have your parking lights, you can just tap in to this wire and run one over to the green and yellow. Okay, we've got both lights screwed in. I like the look of them. Look pretty awesome. So I've got them installed. I wanted to show you what the different bulbs looked like. The angle's a little weird because pretty much it's too much light for my camera. So this is parking lights, and this is low beams, and this is high beams. I had to focus it just right so you'd be able to see it. Typically it was just a big pile of light. Thanks for tuning in to my video showing you how to install some LED headlamps. These were the 75 watt LEDs from Night Sun. I'm pretty impressed with them. So here we are in front of my house. That's lights off. That's parking lights. That's low beams. Let me see if I can get that focus better. And that's with the high beams. Pretty intense spots. Please be sure to check out my next video, which actually has driving around with the OEM bulbs and then driving around the same roads and back roads with these new LEDs. This is Ken from My Jeep Peep and my buddy Otis the Great Dane whining in the background. Have a good one.